This is exactly the sort of thing that a grown adult male should do on a Saturday. Relax, stay at home, make a video, and then after getting himself some breakfast, watch Saturday morning cartoons. Happy Saturday, everybody! Yes, it is Saturday, the weekend is here, and yeah, I am excited. Because it's the weekend. Yay! Sorry, I just feel good today, you know? I feel great. You know, I've been making videos for 48 days now, and I love it. I love it. I love that you guys are watching, and you know what? I've been thinking. I've made it no secret that I never mention the names of any of my friends on here should they be embarrassed or offended. But I think I have a way around it. I think what I'll do is, if I'm going to be mentioning someone, I'll give you a hint as to who it is. That way, you'll know who it is I'm talking about, obviously. But also, if the person I'm referring to is watching, they know that I mentioned them and I gave them a technical shout out. So, here's an example, and this is a really good example. A friend of mine actually just got engaged this week, like the day before Valentine's Day. It was a nice little, I think it was in front of like a Mickey Mouse mascot too. That was really cool. And this person's last name sounds and is pronounced, but is not spelled like a certain city in France. So, have you go with that. So, yeah. I think that's a pretty fair policy, and down the line, if, you know, I need to mention anyone else, I'll come up with a hint like that. So, again, if they know I'm talking about them, the hint that I just mentioned should give them a pretty fair idea. I think it's a pretty fair assessment of that. Plus, since I technically didn't mention their names, there's no reason for them to be embarrassed or offended either. Because technically I didn't mention their name either. So it's great. So, yeah. It's a nice, bright, beautiful Saturday morning. Doesn't appear to be a cloud in the sky from my window. I love that I can open my windows now and I can see the sunshine. See, I know technically it isn't really apropos to do this, but I actually do prefer the sunshine getting in. I do. I love it. It's nice. There's a warmth to it. Plus, it makes me come across as not very creepy. At least I hope you guys don't think I'm creepy. Who am I kidding? I'm sure you would probably tell me if I was. You would tell me, right? Please help me here. Nah, I'm just messing around. But yeah, you guys are great, and you know what? I mentioned this earlier on Valentine's Day, but yeah, I might be single, but who knows? Maybe someday there's going to be a special guest sitting next to me making videos too. In that way. But for now, I'm just going to be who I am and be happy and not let bad things in life get me down. And you shouldn't either. Because, you know what, whether it's Valentine's Day or any other given holiday or just throughout the year, you should take the time every day to help to be happy and supportive for those in your life who love and support you back. It's not only give and take, but you'd be surprised how a little selflessness will make you feel. At least it always does for me. I mean, here's one example. When I was little, and there's no way I could have known this, Because it happened to my brother, too. Even though, technically, I do this more than he does. My mother would always yell at us for not holding the door for people when... whether we knew someone was behind us or not. Like, we would never, like... she would always yell at us for, like, not holding the door. So, rather than feel incredibly guilty about it, I hold the door for practically everybody I see. In fact, last night, before I went out for dinner, I ran over to the mall to help put a little more of a down payment on 2 games that I pre-ordered. You guys may already know this. It's Kirby Star Allies and God of War 4. And there was a lady who was right behind me, but we're going to the Arnott Mall. We're both heading into the Arnott Mall, and we're about to enter separate doors. I picked the door closest to me, and she's already aiming toward another door, but she sees that I'm holding the door, and she goes for that door anyway. No, she goes for the door that I'm holding anyway, is what I mean. I held the door open for her, she knows that, and she went in, even though she was already heading for another door anyway. So, yeah. I guess good habits die hard, maybe? Oh, well. I guess it's just one of those things where the more, it's all about the little selfless things you do. I mean, it could be something as simple as holding the door for somebody. It could be something as, great as giving them, or doing something that you show you care. But as long as you do it with good intentions, you'll feel better in the end. Honestly, the good intentions are why I make these videos too. Because I never, at least I try, at the very least, not to speak ill will of anyone or say bad things about anyone, and it's good that I don't do that. I don't want to focus on negativity. I want you guys to watch these videos feeling anything that's not negative. I mean, could it be indifferent? Sure. I'd rather take indifference or neutral over, feeling sad or angry. At least that's how I would take it. But how you feel after you watch these videos is entirely up to you. You can do whatever you want. I mean, I guess you can say, you know what? I bet you can do whatever you want in terms of how you feel. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I wanted to come up with a clever analogy for what you can feel like after watching these videos, but this is the sort of thing I should probably write down and use for later. I think I'm going to try and be a little more hands-on with writing stuff down before I mention these videos so I don't forget or accidentally don't ramble. Excuse me. But with that said, I guess that's about all I have to say for now. And remember, guys, if you ever want to talk, if you ever want to chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. Take care.